And it's true, but you have to look at the language, and the language is when you say civil. The word civil means is that there was something in which people came together and built and did this. If you look at the word backwards, which says Livic, Livic means your life path. You don't have to have someone give you the civil right. You have a life path. That's why when you were asking what was my project, I was looking at doing birth rites of passage. You have a birthright. You were formed in the
living.
Right.
Okay.
Your life path.
So your Livic is your okay.
Is your life path. And this is what the switch has been. They've taken you off your life path and given you their path.
And they call it civilizing you.
That's it. But the thing that happens with it is we built and were in a continent and had social order within the structure of the communities that we were living in Kemet, in all of the different parts of the continent. Even here on Turtle Island, the indigenous people had their own order and how they knew about nature and working with nature and doing that. And we were in a balance in the matriarchal. It's when we switch from the matriarch to the patriarch. And everything deals with, everybody talks about the matrix. Matrix is the base word of mother. And it's also it deals with, in Latin, it's the womb. And that is the part that we're looking at. We're on the mother. This is why it's called Mother Earth, Mother Africa, because everything in itself comes from the womb. The womb of woman and the womb and the black hole in the Milky Way are one and the same. They take in light and they give off life. A woman, when that million is shot, the one with the most beacon light will reach to that egg and it creates another life.
That's how we all got here.
That's how we all got here. And that was the story. I was just looking at YouTube and they were talking about that, the story in Genesis when it talks about, God put man to sleep and took the rib and formed a woman. The rib is the only bone that will regrow itself in the human body. At 206 bones in the human body, the rib is the only bone that will regrow itself if you removed it. In them creating that story, they took that from the Gnostic teachings of the Haggadah, which talked about Pistis Sophia. And she came to the earth, and she, in the forming of man, when she removed the plugs from his nostril and breathed life into him, he awakened and said, "You are the breath of my life." Not that the bone of woman is this, that story. They just reversed it, just like they took civilized and Livic. They changed the story in order to change the life path.
Oh.
Humans.